What's up, guys? Team Korea Bandit back with another deck profile, and we are with
the 60 card guy. Y'all saw me win a switch. Now I want another in this bitch. What's up?
What's up? All right, and what did you play?
I played Dragon Link for the first time in my life.
Hey, he's on the train.
60 card Dragon Link, by the way. Other than 40 cards.
All right, let's get into it.
All right. So 3 favorites because this card is mandatory. I'm playing 60 cards, so I just need a starter. Same reason for this. Then we played 2 of these. This is actually the best because we play the Dragoon engine. So you just let the Verte get killed, and then if they outed the Dragoon and killed the Verte, you just bring the Dragoon back. He can't do the popping thing, but it's still free negate in that 3K beater during the battle phase. These so you can make hot red. These because you need some of the others.
Yeah.
Because you play Dragon Ravine. This is the easiest way to do it.
That card's so good.
2 Nocto because this card is actually straight gas with a couple other cards I'm playing. Then we have the Chaos Monsters, Levy. You saw there's no Brotar. I just don't see a need in playing Brotar, to be honest, because the only time you can resolve it is like off seals, and there was no situation where I was like, oh man, seals into Brotar would be crazy. I've already gone through all my stuff, so
Yeah.
Black and white racism. We're trying to kill racism. Then these where you can use Striker Dragon or Legionnaire or anything you want, pretty much, an infinite amount of times. I never had to grind super hard where it was relevant, but there still needs to be some changes made to the deck, because what I've found today is I'll probably add the Revolution Dragon because I need more light targets. Even with the hand traps, it wasn't enough. And then we went back some formats, baby. That's right. That my ultimate wasn't with me today, otherwise I would have played the ultimate.
I never had the courage to play this in my deck, but I'm glad you do.
So this deck, because of the way the Chaos Monster resolves, doesn't really matter when you draw him. You can summon Dad. So he's also really cool with Chaos Space, so you can banish cards. These 2 together, you can banish a card with Dad, then add it back with this guy, and so it's pretty cool. And now we got some more spice. I didn't get to use it today because we're good.
Holy crap.
It's a dragon, it's a tuner. You also punish people for trying to use all their resources for access code talker, because you can take the damage, special summon this, gain the 53 back, then they just waste it, and it has a 2500 ass, so they can't really. Also, if it like in a grind game, you can actually, like, your opponent will be depleted, and if you're up in enough advantage, you just kill them from now on attack. So it's really nice. Veilers, because they're lights, probably should have played 3. Ash. I don't think I drew Ash. I think I milled it off Chaos Ruler every time. Nib, because it's light and combo decks. And then you have the Red Eyes package because it's trash. And then spells. We play 60 cards because I like to draw. And then I like to draw. And then, these are just your combo starters. These are extenders. I'm actually going to skip through and talk about one of the best cards in the deck. I don't know why Dragon Links aren't playing Ready Fusion. Darkfire Dragon plus World Legacy is full combo without a normal summon. So I don't know why you're not doing that. So you can search Dad. You only want to search Dad. Everybody else, we don't care about it. We play this because they had limited to 1 and it's not once per turn. I don't know why they did that. I played this because I own it. No other reason. I hate the card, but
I want to throw it in.
And then I can't summon Red Eyes without this, so I guess I had to. And then we have a super small trap lineup. Just 2 Imperms and 2 Tidian. I don't play the Dragon Maid stuff because I'm not going to pay all that money for a card that's getting reprinted at some point soon. So Tidian is decent. Honestly, I may not even play it at all going forward, just because the way this deck is built is just straight gas. It's kind of back to like the old Chaos Dragon days, like 2009, 2010, where I don't necessarily need to grind with you 3 or 4 turns. I can build a board, or I can break your board and just kill you. So drawing cards, like, you really just want monsters and extenders. So drawing cards like this probably be better in a deck that focuses on like a control element and just out resourcing your opponent. Here we're just killing you. I put so many big monsters on the field that have negations. By the time you can respond, there's nothing you can do. I'll probably drop these and a couple other cards and put gammas in because they're lights, and I really miss the light count being higher today.
Yeah.
That's the end of the main deck.
So how'd you feel about the Desires and the Allure in the deck?
Allure, didn't love. Desires was fine because the deck essentially just does the same thing. Once you get Boot Sector out of your deck and once you get Dragon Ravine out of your deck, there's nothing else you need. Once you resolve, and a lot of times, if your opponent can't stop you, you're gonna make it to Dragoon. So after you resolve Dragoons, you just draw 2 cards for free. Yeah. So you can get into hand traps or more extenders, and you can continue to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I liked it. You could probably cut the Allures, and you could probably cut Guard Dragon down to 2 because game 3, the finals we just played, I drew double Guard Dragon, some other stuff, and somehow no monsters. So the importance of like decks like Dragon Link to play cards that do stuff all the time. So Allure, unless you dig, you need to dig. Nocto, cards like that can be dead. But with Ready Fusion, Nocto Vision is like way crazier. So I would argue playing 3 Nocto Vision at this point if you're playing this variant. The extra deck is kind of standard. The extra deck's kind of standard. You have to play this card. Unless they ban it, you should always play this card. This card is kind of mandatory. It's light. To be honest, like the way I build boards, I could probably play one and get away with it. But it's still a solid card. It's better if you play Brotar, I guess. So I may try it out. And it's a light monster. That's really all I cared about, is that it's a light monster. And it helps you play around Nib. You just use this to search Dragon Ravine, and then you can do whatever you want to with this card. No one cares. Quad Boral just helps you do more stuff. It makes it where even like your worst boards end with at least a Savage with a negate or a Chaos. If you can't resolve Chaos Ruler, just to let you resolve Chaos Ruler. But there's been times where I've used this to bring back to like force Velle and then just end up on access code because you have to play Dragoons. In theory, these cards are good, but to be honest, this would be better if I made some room and played the Halp plus Celine combo, because you play so many spells. It's probably the best, and like I didn't use like 40-50% of his extra deck. Like I never summoned neither one of these today. I tried to, and it was just the least optimal play at all.
Dragoon was there to kill him most of the time.
Yeah, there was just no. And this card should be like $190. And this card, a couple of negates, and this card is actually solid. I actually was going back and forth about this for a couple days because I thought there were more efficient cards, but there's so many ways to summon this. And then with the ability of the Armageddon, you always have access to this. So even if it banishes it, you can Armageddon, put it back in your extra deck, and resummon it again. It's essentially any card in your extra deck you can pretty much do that with. Dragoons, because he's Dragoons. This card is actually insane. So it's just a vanilla, but what it does is if you open up with Ready Fusion plus Guard Dragon or any extender, even if you open Ready Fusion Nocto Vision, you still get full combo. So like all your extenders work with this because you summon it, Nocto Vision summons itself. You go into Striker searches, and then you go Nocto Vision Striker into Romulus, and then you chain block the Romulus, get a card, get Ravine, and you had normal summon. So your whole combo is just gas.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I mean, worst comes to worst, like really, you can like make a Dweller. And there's room. This deck, it's solved as far as the main deck, but the extra deck is still a work in progress because Dragon Link is always adjusting because the deck just won't die. It's kind of like BA and the other decks that just refuse to die in the game. You can continue to play this deck as long as there are cards in the extra deck. So you can just do this forever. You can Link Spider. I didn't play Link Spider today, but there's 1,000 ways to die, I guess. And then I played Hope Harbinger, which I never summoned. It was just the 15th card. It'll probably get cut for a Hulk. And then I played the other Black Dad. So, like, this card is actually pretty dope, but I'd just rather summon regular Dad. You need exactly 5 and a Synchro monster. It's just a ways where you can take Chaos Ruler and put him under here, get a pop, banish a card from your grave. But honestly, you don't actually have to have it. For anybody who wants to play like a 40 card version that's inferior to this, you can probably cut these for sure. You can probably get away with playing one or the other. I'd probably recommend keeping Boral just because you play so many big boss monsters.
Yeah.
An access code without Selene is kind of useless. So if you don't want to play like Selene access, you can just cut these and put 3 more cards in there.
Yeah.
You can also do replace play instant fusion and then just play the magic key dude Omega plus 1 random card, and you can rip 2 from your opponent's hand turn 1 and still combo off. But those are real nice. But that is the deck for, oh yeah, I got a side deck. I guess we've been talking for 40 minutes. It's okay. We're gonna go through the side deck quick. It's pretty quick, pretty trash. These revolts are just somebody bought a revolt from me. Pancratops because it's good. Mystic Mind because it's bad. They're so bad you need 2 of them. This is really just for like weird matchups like pranks and decks like that where you kind of need to resolve your cards.
Yeah.
And after pranks only has 2 interruptions for real, so they don't have like 3 hand traps plus 2 interrupts. You just win the game off 1 or 2 cards.
Yeah.
So it's just ways to get your opponent to play the game the way you want to. And when Dragon Link, you can play the game however you want for as long as you want, as long as your opponent doesn't open 4 hand traps or whatever. I played through Lancier twice today. As long as you can get to Dragoon, which will be banned. And as soon as Dragoon gets banned, we're just going to switch over to the Destiny Hero dude. You'll get the same result with this deck no matter what, as long as they don't ban every card. 3 drop this. Because you do need this card, I didn't want to main it because there were some times I just didn't want to get rid of my cards. But like against like Drytron, this and the 2 Chalice, their boards are super fragile and super weak. And again, like you only need 1 or 2 cards to combo with this deck. So all you do is break the 1 good card in their hand and then destroy them. Evenly matched functions much the same, except against like control decks. You don't see a whole lot, but when you go to events, I don't think enough players give credit to like the trash players that you'll play in the early rounds, because they're always playing weird decks. So you'll play Altergeist, Adamantipator or something. It'll be something weird. And you just blow those decks out because they're not good. They just build 1 board no matter how you do it. So Velle's decent, but honestly, like I said earlier, I think I'm just going to get rid of the non-light and dark hand traps. Because these are good, but they ultimately don't contribute to your deck because of their attribute. Right. So as good as it is, I hate it, and then Duster's a blowout card.
Yeah. Alright.
So that is the end of my deck profile.
Shout outs.
Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Dwayne. He's the reason I'm playing this deck today. He's moving to Florida. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Young, because we are men. We're men of a certain age. I'm old and he's not. And we always have fire games. Shout out to my boy Team Curry Bandit. We're still waiting to December. 60 card Karibo coming, I'm telling you. Karibo Despia, baby. Y'all not ready. And I'll see y'all when I win the next tournament. So.
All right, bet. Thanks for the deck profile, and we'll see you guys next time.
No problem.